Hello my friends, I'm back again after a long break, and this time in January and February it seems like it's gonna be a lot of good cars and videos from Detroit and Chicago Auto Show. And for today I have something that I actually recorded a long time ago in August. It is 2014 Range Rover Sport. I did not have an opportunity to compare it with the previous generation Range Rover Sport that went on sale in 2006, but what we know is that it was a great success along with the regular Range Rover that's been on sale since 2002. And if you don't know much about the Range Rover, it's always been by itself because it is not as sporty as in luxury SUVs as, like, for example, BMW X5. At the same time, it is not as casual as anything else. So what happened in 2002 is that with its improvements and quality, Range Rover made it to the world where people wanted Bentley SUV, but it did not exist, so they bought Range Rover. And now a few years later we're watching Bentley and Maserati starting to build their own SUVs just because they simply want their customers back. And now going back to this 2014 model, Range Rover Sport, the improvements went even further, and now the old steel body-on-frame construction, which is the feature of the real off-roader, but now it is replaced by aluminum unibody with aluminum body panels. And now it shares the same platform with the regular, the longer and more expensive version. It is 39% lighter, so it reflects on the fuel economy, but I don't think people really who's buying those cars, they really care about the fuel economy. So the weight savings actually helps more of the dynamics of the vehicle and the ride quality. And looking at this interior of the Sport version Range Rover, it is nearly identical to the big brother Range Rover, and now it is even more minimalistic in terms of buttons and everything because they moved all the controls, most of the controls inside of the touch screen. So here in the middle console and front you have the climate control with minimal buttons, and also the shift knob for the 8-speed automatic transmissions, that the one and only available. Here you can see the soundproof padded glove box. It is not as huge as it looks from the outside. And what I found really interesting is that one of those 3 languages on this warning tag is Russian, so it's probably one of their major markets. Adjustable headrest is one of those must-haves at the luxury vehicle. Huge glass roof. The gauge cluster, it is simple setup with the speedometer on the left, tachometer on the right, and the driver's information display in the middle. The steering wheel with controls on the left and the right side, and the steering wheel itself is not as thick as you would probably wish it to be. And this is pretty much it about the inside, and now let's open the hood and check out the engine. And now for the engines. Engines are both supercharged, but only vehicles with V8 are actually called supercharged. So the first one is 3-liter V6. It produces 340 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque. And the one we have right here is 5-liter V8 that produces 510 horsepower and 461 pound-feet of torque. And both engines are equipped with the same 8-speed automatic transmission. And the exterior design of this Sport version has its own distinctive features, but at the same time it looks something between its younger brother Evoque and the full-size Range Rover. Alright guys, that was my short tour of this all-new 2014 Range Rover Sport. I hope you enjoyed this video. and sharing my hobby with you and posting these car tours and reviews on my YouTube channel. This is what I'm working on right now. It is the 2014 Mercedes E350, and I'll upload this video in a few days. But for now, check out the playlist I've created on my YouTube channel. There you can find all of my 2014 car tours and reviews, 2013, and also cars from 90s, as well as the classic cars, trucks, concepts, and movie cars. So check it out and see you next time.